Hello from TeamYatDragon.com. This is Ji Sifu. Today we're going to continue on the very intense lecture of the dragon, talking about the much deeper meaning about the dragon stuff. So if you have not watched the other videos that we have been talking about in the past two lectures of the dragon stuff, remember to watch those, or else you'll get super confused in this lecture here. So again, just to try to sum it up or bring up some memory, recall some memory for you guys. The word dragon is not about any animals, okay? It's not about the animal kind of dragon. It's about the pattern of how energies can be transmitted, inherited, and passed on to another party, another thing, or another universe, something like that. And so when the dragon word is used, it doesn't have anything to do with that animal that you usually see from the Chinese art and stuff like that. But the art can be decoded because it corresponds to the pattern of this dragon word, of the energy transmission. Now the decoding of the dragon picture, we'll be doing that much later in the show. But right now I want to explain a little bit more about the dragon and why one dragon gives birth to 9 child. So a lot of people are like, how come 9? Why not 10? Why not 11? You know, why 9? Why one dragon gives birth to 9? Okay, there you go. 龍生九子. One dragon gives birth to 9. Okay? One dragon to 9 dragon. Why? Why 9? Okay? Because as you see, okay, dragon is not about the real dragon that flies in the sky. Okay? That is not about that dragon. Dragon is about how energies in one drop of essence form. Let me draw this again. One drop of essence form, okay? 一點. Okay, one drop. One drop of essence okay? Now, with one drop of essence, in Chinese, 一點真元. Okay, 一點真元 in Chinese. Okay, one drop of essence. It contains everything that needs, that it takes to process, to give birth to new things. When this one drop of essence is transmitted to the medium processes it, unpacks its potential, and it's like pregnancy. It just gives birth to the final product, which can give birth to more things later on. The same concept or the same pattern applies to pregnancy, giving birth to a child, as we said about in the first lecture, which is very, very long. But again, watch part 1 and you will know. Okay, so in this lecture we focus on the nine babies. Okay, so why 9 babies? Why 9? Why not 11? Because first of all, we have 9 stages of things. The first thing is 3 stages first. Okay, 天地人. We have 天地人, 3 realms, 3 stages, right? We talked about that in the past already. So watch those lectures if you don't really get it. This is intense stuff, okay? So 天地人. Every part of these will also have their 天地人. Why not? Okay. 天地人 repeats every stages. When it reach here, the 9 stages, the whole thing's complete, one full cycle. That is one drop to here. Okay. Now, there is a theory. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 give birth to everything. That is exactly what we're talking about. One drop of essence, right here, as you can see, okay, another diagram, give birth to 2. Number 2 is when this drop of essence is input into the container, which is the mother's body. Okay, when this input into the number 2, it gives birth to the number 3, which is the stage 3, which is 3 right here. Now 3, Tin De Yan. This is the stages. Give birth to different stages. After all 9 stages is done, the whole essence is unpacked and become a new being, new thing. And the new thing can cycle and continue to create another cycle of 9 again. Now this may sound kind of confusing to you right now, but we'll get to it, don't worry. Where's my pen? Oh no. Okay, my brush. Okay. So Tin De Yan. You can see it as every stage here. Okay, we explain what these are already. Okay, so I'm not going to repeat. You can watch the Tin De Yan 3 Rams lecture again. Okay, that is its own lecture. Now, every stage, you can see it as there's always a before, in process, and then transition to the next. Okay, we can use this before. Okay. Let's use the video logo right here. Okay, so when things are going before, it's a stop. Okay, a stop. When it's action, this is a play button. Now this Yan stage is when it transition over. So there's to fast forward over, and then it stop, play, and then it gets to move on, and then there's a stop. There's a play, and then it gets to move on. Okay, when it's here, it goes all the way back again, and the same thing applies. Okay, there are always 3 stages to every stages. Just like saying there's always a before, in progress, after. When it's after the stages, of course, you go to the next. So that's why you did that, and then go to the next. And then you enter this transition right here. Okay? Okay, so we all get this concept right here. Of the 9, oh, I'm getting a piece of tissue. So we all get the concept here, okay? One drop of essence gives birth to 9 stages, right? We all get it. So, makes sense, okay? This is also a big pause section, okay? Play section and this section, okay? So the same concept goes cycle and cycle and cycle. This is the 9. You can, of course, okay, you can say, okay, let's break these down and, you know, microscopically analyze them, but there's no need. Okay, 9 is enough. You don't need to break it down anymore. You can analyze it by breaking it up an infinite amount of stages, but you don't need to. Okay? So this is the main 9 stages. The main 9 stages. Okay. So let's get to the 9 stages, okay? First stage, we'll write number 1, 2, hope I have enough space, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh mine, 8. See, that's the problem with writing a whiteboard. It's hard to write. Can you even see the 9? Oh, no, it's kind of too low. Anyway, I'll try my best to tilt up again. Okay, so this is stage 1. Okay, stage 1 is when it's still 1 drop of essence. Okay, 1 drop of essence. Stage 2 is when the essence is passed to process, pass on, to transmit, okay, start moving, getting out of its position. So this move, okay, move and transfer and get out. Okay? Now this is the full essence, the full item. Now you're moving this thing, the whole drop or package, moving it out. Okay. Now we have 3 stages here. Okay, 3 stages here. It's very funny here. It's related. Okay. Now first, this is to move out of your out of your initial spot or initial realm. Okay. This is how you move out of the first realm. Okay, so move out. Now number 3, I'll use the blue just to make sure you know it's the other line. Okay, number 3 is to transfer to the next stage. Okay, transfer or travel to next stage. Okay, like this. Stage. I don't know if the camera can even see that part, but anyway. So yeah. This one, number 4, we are now going into. So this one is at the stage where it enters the day zone, the middle right here. Okay, 4, 5, 6. Now this one is enter or about to enter. Okay, enter or about to enter. To enter next zone. And this zone is the day zone, the action process zone. Okay, the process. Okay, so let me just kind of erase this part. Okay, next one, blue. This one is the process center. Process center. Okay. And then the next one, finalizing. Okay. After that is the launch or depart. Launch to depart from unit, from this system. Okay, this unit, the whole unit. This is number 7. Okay, number 7. Number 8. This one. Okay, sorry. This is finalized process. So this is also called the internal finalizing. Now this is external finalizing. External finalize. Okay. This is when after you launch, this thing landed at the final stage. It's landed, like it came out. Okay, came out, depart, launched. Okay. Did I just move the board? Oh, right. Anyway, number 9. This one, okay, is after is externally here. Okay, this one. Can you see? This one is to consume, to finish. And then and restart all the way back to here. Okay, let me see. Check the screen. Can you see everything? Consume to finish. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, good. Just making sure if you can see it. Okay. These 9 stages is the 9 dragons, the little dragons, because every one of them is like a son of this little drop, this dragon. Every stage is one dragon of its own. Dragon is when you have this full thing from one step or one department, you can say, okay, from one step, go to the next step, inherit, and then take action to do whatever the next step is going to do, to create, to keep moving, to inherit and keep moving. That is already the action of dragon. Every one of these is a tiny, small Dragon. Now this whole thing is a big dragon. Okay, this is the whole dragon. Now inside this father, the whole thing, there are 9 dragons, 9 stages of how energies, elements are inherited all the way down from step 1 to step 9 and finish. After this is done, it cycles back to 1 drop of essence again and can continue. This is exactly what the 9 stages means. I didn't use a single Chinese word to tell you this theory of 9 in details here, because I know exactly what it means in my mind. But if I try to use the Chinese word, it sounds super professional. Now, what is this? This is the theory of the 9 star. 9 star. That's right, the 9 flying star. If you actually heard of feng shui, the feng shui stuff, okay? They talk about the flying star, the 9th flying star. Everyone think that the 9th flying star is about the star in the sky, like astrology, and that is totally a wrong concept. The main thing about feng shui is how energies pass on from one dimension to another and cycle through 9 dimensions in this world. The feng shui energy is the long hei, dragon's chi that we talked about. How it cycles from one dimension, the dimension before this dimension is created, to us, and then from our dimension to another dimension, and so on. You just cycle and cycle and cycle. Now, in the theory of 9 right here, okay, you can see clearly each step and also the properties of every step, every little dragon here, the properties of what it's supposed to do and what it can affect in that stage. So the whole feng shui thing is saying if your energy flow, for example, say in this area, this dome, the energy flow is conflicting. For example, let's say the 3 and 7 is here. It's kind of like conflicting and such like that. Okay, 3 and 7 is here. For example, okay, just an example. What happened is you analyze the 3 and 7. Okay, so 3, transfer, travel to next stage to get ready to take action. 7, launch to depart from unit. So it's like when you're trying to work in a company, okay, you're like making cell phones, okay, or a product. Okay, you're making a product to sell, okay. So during the time you're trying to push all these resources from the boss, from the headquarters, you're trying to push all the money, the idea, the design, everything to the managing level here to get ready to give it to the factory workers and process and get it to do stuff internally. While you're doing that, okay, at the same time, there is this energy to kick in and tell you to launch it right away. Of course, it's conflicting because it's not the right time to launch yet. How can you launch when things are just about to start? But nothing is absolute in this world. Okay, if the situation is like this, while we're transferring these elements from the boss, from the headquarters, like the money, the idea and stuff, we're transferring it down to the working zone, the 4, 5, 6 working zone. Okay, we're transferring them to the workers, trying to put more ideas and more thoughts, more whatever plan to this. Now, if your product right now is totally all ready to launch already, and it's like a good product, it's all ready, it's going to earn big bucks, you don't want the boss to come in and just keep giving you more new ideas so you cannot launch and sell to the customers. So if this is the case, then 3 and 7 will not be a problem, because it just push the whole product, the whole line of making this product, to launch it quickly, so that the boss cannot jam in with his crappy idea and mess up the whole project, because you got a bad boss there coming down with bad ideas that may interfere with the good product you have right now. As you can see, feng shui, if you treat it as like a number game, by just knowing, oh, 3 is here, 7 is here, 9 is here, and then that's why this is good, this is bad, that is totally ignorance. That is not feng shui. That is crazy, crappy, superstitious, because you do not know what is really about. It's about the different energies of different dimensions, and these energies have these properties. And because you know the properties of things, you can analyze and then compare to whatever is happening in your life right now and see if the energy really make impact to you. If it if to you it's just like the second case that I talked about, when like you have a boss at the back giving you bad ideas and stuff, then it's okay. You know, you want to launch it out and don't want the idea to come in and jam your stuff. Why not? But at the same time, you know, if you're doing something good and a nice project and the boss is giving more new ideas, you want to delay the launch, and that's why this is not good. When something is good, it means that it's going to the right direction and going to create a result that you want, the destination that you want it to go. When something is not good, it's messing up the process and not making you go to where you want to go. That is not good. So in feng shui, we talk about the long hei. As you can see, dragon's chi. Every dragon here, every one little dragon matters. When dragon, look at this, okay? When the third son and the seventh kid, you know, they come together. Now there's a problem, you know. They have a problem of conflicting. They don't match in their characteristic and stuff like that, and they argue, they fight, okay. And now, you know, the number 3 want to give more money to this thing, and then the number 7 say, oh no, I want to go out. You try to like put in a personality, like explaining it as they are living beings, and then it will sound like totally like some dragons they're fighting and like a fairy tale. It's totally like misleading for anyone who is not learning this thing. But actually, if you're really into the lineage learning, and you're learning magic and all that stuff and the feng shui for real, this is actually what we're talking about. The 1 to 9 numbers, the 9 flying stars. This is what we're talking about. Now, why flying stars? Flying star, as we talked about in the second lecture of the dragon thing, okay? When things are still flying, it's still in the dimension 1. It's still in the static state. Like, it's not really making changes yet to you. Okay, these energy transmission in the other realms are not yet happening to make anything happen to you yet. It's just about to kick action. That is why it's flying. It's doing all the back end work, and then later, when it's coming, when it came to you, then it will make something happen. We are doing a forecasting of how these energy transmit in the 9 dimensions. It's a forecast, like weather forecast. That is what feng shui is about. You forecast by using a formula that explains how these energies from different dimensions fly around. It's not like they really fly. It's because they're all in the Tian Dei Yan, the Tian zone. That is why it's explained as fly. And star, it's not the star. It's in bling, 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 those star. Okay, not a planet star, not pulsar star. The star word means when something is completed, and this thing is like completed. This matter, this event is completed, and it is going to give birth to another event. Now that transition state is what we call a star. Okay. For example, okay, when I am done drinking water, Now my next stage is to put it down. Okay, so between drink and put down, that is one small star. Now between drinking water and then going to golf, for example. Okay, drinking my cup of water, done with one big star, one big matter, and then I'm going to go to golf. Now this is the second thing, different thing, right? So between this whole event and that whole event in the middle, this is one big star. As you can see, this is like the section or the sectors or whatever you call that between steps of things or different events. Inside one big event and then another big event, between the two, transition from A to B event, that's one big star. But when you're talking about in event A, and then you have A1, A2, A3, A4, that is the small star, the star point. As you can see, this is all about like how energy transmit and how like the properties of these energies, and then we forecast how it can affect your life, and does it crash somewhere or it just flow to a point that it will make your stuff screw up and stuff like that. Now the same concept of the 9 dragon here can be used to explain everything in this universe, because every happenings must go through the 9 stages. If it doesn't go through the 9 stages, that's not normal. It's not supposed to. Okay, so like if you're working business kind of thing, okay, you push thing to, for say thing number 5, process center. Okay, so it's making, going to make stuff and process. Okay, now during this number 5 stage, if you are stuck here and it's not going to number 6, that means something is wrong. You cannot finalize the process. Why? Because there's internal problem. Now, it can be because in number 4, things are about to enter to here. So this between the headquarter here have problem passing stuff to the process center, or the stuff passed into the process center is not enough, or is missing, or whatever. Now you can analyze the whole thing and then fix the problem, and then it can go to 6 again. These 9 stages explain how things happen in the whole universe. Everything happened like this in 9 stages. And so this is the true meaning of dragon give birth to 9 sons. And these sons, after the 9th son is born, they will give birth to another big dragon, another big thing, okay, big event, and then be able to create new things, something new, something not in here, something new. Because this big thing is done, the next big thing can happen. Okay, so basically this is the main theory of Long Seng Gao Ji, dragon with 9 sons. And in my next video, I want to continue, like making this one shorter. I want to continue on this next lecture, talking more in depth about the 9 sons, and try to bring you the properties of each, and also talking about different stages, stage 1 to 9, their Chinese name and such like that, so you can actually get it, okay, and basically get the vibe of the 9 stages, and then you'll be able to understand the personality of the 9 dragons here, okay, the 9 little dragons. And now, at least after this lecture, you understand what dragon is and what these little dragons are, and basically it has nothing to do with the animal, okay. It really doesn't have anything to do with animal. But there is a wall in China, in those palaces. They have 9 beautiful dragons designed on the wall. Now, what does that thing means? That is actually a piece of artwork created to as a container, okay, to contain energies there and empower the 9 dragons of the kingdom, which is to help the kingdom to operate, circulate, to inherit to the next generation and make sure that their kingdom is not going to fail. But of course, that is like a piece of artwork that is done because people wanted this kind of effect to happen. So corresponding to their thoughts, the artwork is formed. But they have not done any magic on it, so there's no energy being used on this thing, and so there's not much effect on it, but it's just a piece of art. So basically that's it for today. Hope you guys like it. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and also don't forget to check out our other lectures and also of course the older lectures on our channel. Okay, we'll see you next class. Bye bye.